of them who are deceivers and liars, telling you about a new Nigeria. Through Biafra agitation, you get a new Nigeria. There are mad people everywhere, lunatics everywhere. This maybe. They claim that Kanu changed the documentation of IPOB as a business organization based in London and owned by himself and the wife. Vanguard could not bother to just Google Companies House, United Kingdom. Every business registration in England is registered with Companies House in Cardiff, Wales. Every business registration. A whole Vanguard newspaper could not go to type in to find out if this stupid nonsense from DSS is true or not. They couldn't do it because they know we are growing stronger. They know we are waxing all over the world. They know that ESN has come to stay. They know that our people in the diaspora, they are funding ESN. They know, understand it very well. They want to get into your heart. They know as an Igbo man, some of you are very stupid and idiotic. Once you talk about money and business, all your antennas rise up. Without asking them, please, can you show us proof? Where is this registration you are talking about entered into? You claim it's in England, then show us the proof. Anybody this morning can go to Companies House, UK. Go to Google, type in Companies House, UK. Search for IPOB and search for the directors of all the registered IPOB concern you have. IPOB is a community interest group. It is not a business. Nobody registered anything. Neither myself nor my wife, nobody. Nobody. They said it's on the 16th of January. I challenge anybody to go. Look at how DSS, as stupid as they are, look at how they are lying like little children. Little alabajiri children who are full of lies and they are takia. They think they can deceive people. You don't know I'm alive, you cannot deceive people. You cannot. Mbappe said, oh, you cannot, you see, ordinary rat in the house cannot steal something from somebody who is awake, only if you're sleeping. You bring all this, your stupid, idiotic lies, and you want people to believe you. A group that doesn't exist. Nobody has ever asked the question, who is the leader of the, why don't they grant live interview? I am live and direct and the whole world is listening. A fake group. Designed by DSS and given to some of you claiming you're fighting for Biafra, some of you being deceived by MI5, some of you idiots that have only power and glory and money making at heart. You are not freedom fighters and can never be. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Because as a freedom fighter, you are called to serve your people. You don't arrogate that very position to yourself. All of you using Biafra to be working for MI5, using Biafra to be working for the zoo, all of you will be disgraced comprehensively and totally. I'm telling you, and you will all die a very shameful and miserable death. All of you peddling this junk, that some of you are even so idiotic, one fool actually sent it to me. Is it true? Can't you go to Google and Google UK Companies House and go to IPOB and see those who are registered there or not, and see if the name of my wife is there or not? That is why Africa is backwards. People don't even do common research. Common research to go and find out if an allegation is true or false. You just be peddling it because you're very lazy mentally and physically. That's why you are poor and wretched. That's why Africa is backwards, and that's what we are fighting very, very hard to reverse. They claim that Kanu changed the documentation so that when Biafrans will hear it, hey, Chimo, he changed it. Oh, Nanopa, have you heard it? I will no longer contribute. All they're trying to do is to stop the funding of ESN. That's what they're looking for. If you don't, let me tell you. They know that some of you are very stupid and hopeless. Once you listen to gossip, your brain will enter into overdrive. They know how to get you. Look at how Fulani Janjaweed are playing with your brain cells. So you will stop funding IPOB. The idiot that looks like somebody who hasn't been employed since graduation are saying, oh, I have now given up. I'm no longer going to do this. I'm now going to work with a group that is working with the Nigerian government. Can you believe such rubbish? And Vanguard newspaper had the temerity to publish such junk. They are part and parcel of the problem in the zoo. The quality, or should I say lack of decent journalists in the zoo is part of the problem bedeviling that damnable zoological republic. No wonder white people see black people as natural liars and deceivers. The whole newspaper publishing not only falsehood from a group that doesn't exist, a group that do not exist, because they were formed by DSS, given to Vanguard newspaper to publish, and they have been given money to. They give money to them. You give money to a journalist in Nigeria, they'll publish anything for you. But unfortunately for them, they never knew that I'll respond to this. But I will. All they're trying to do is to stop the funding. I maintain that we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. That is why Elohim is with us. That is why anything we say comes to pass. Because God Almighty in heaven can see the hearts of men. Once you're honorable, anything you say will come to pass. That is how you know. By these signs you shall know them. When they say something and it comes to pass, you know that you are on the right path. What is it? There's only one thing that I've said that hasn't happened yet. Of course, it happened somehow last year, where we won the full manifestation of it, which is the coming of Biafra, or the declaration of the Biafran Republic. Everything else I've said has come to pass. Hasn't it? Who have I caused that is not dead? I ask you. Apart from the hotelier, I told him that a vulture would eat his flesh. You vultures with that. I'm saying it live on air so you understand me. The day it will happen, I will tell you I told you so. I will make reference to this very broadcast. Vulture will eat the hotelier's body. These idiots in their pipeline security with their BBC connivance, they think they can come and deceive us again. Of course, they are lying and they are joking. We are doing our freedom fighting in a very special way, not the way that black people normally do it, because you people don't have the liver or the stomach to fight. You're looking for your daily bread. Even when you have a car, you want a bigger car. That is not freedom fighting. Gossiping cannot give you freedom or make you become like us or make you as famous as we are or make you as relevant as we are or make our people to listen to you. They can never listen to you. It's impossible because our people are reasonable enough to understand those who are fighting for them in truth and in every honesty. People ask us our secret and we'll tell them it's only one thing. Biafrans only love one thing in their life, which is the truth. They themselves may not be perfect, but they want to hear the truth from you. Once you tell them the truth and they see that you're consistent, they will follow you. And that is what DSS, by creating this useless group, is trying to should I say, to frustrate. That's what they're trying to do. To make you to go off, to make you to begin to think otherwise, whereas the group doesn't exist. And the news they're peddling is falsehood, blatant falsehood. You have Google on your smartphone, on your iPad, or go and Google it and see if my wife's name is on any company in the UK, unless they have registered it on the, and if they do, of course, they will take them to court in the UK. Let them try it now. They understand that very well. Look at how they're playing with your brains, all of you. Very, very sad indeed. So I am placing a warning to the publisher, not to the editor, to the publisher of Vanguard newspaper, that such journalism is responsible for what is happening in the zoo today. They too are complicit, not just for Janjaweedism, but the quality of journalism in Nigeria is lamentable. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. Reacting to this in a statement, the coalition called on well-meaning Igbo sons and daughters to pull out of the group because they know that we are formidable. They know that IPOB is very strong. They will tell you this Igbo. They know that IPOB is everywhere. I've been holding meetings with every relevant stakeholder in the southern part of Biafra and in the coastal region. You see the effort they are making with their BBC to narrow our agitation, to make it Igbo. They know that we are everywhere. I keep holding meetings with important people, with youth groups right across the length and breadth of Biafra land, even into the so-called middle belt. They don't know this. They don't know that we are in control. They have no idea. They try to narrow it down to Igbo this, Igbo that. When that fails, they now come up with their lies. Nnamdi Kanu registered something with his wife, which is a lie. Can't you listening to this rubbish, can't you go into Google and Google something and find out? I told them that they will come with every trick in the book. And we are going to defeat all of them. Every trick in the book, they will come with it. We are going to defeat all of them. I'm telling you the truth. People are calling and we must go to them this morning because this was meant to be an interactive session. But I had to deal with the lies and the gossip and because, maybe they saw the pictures that was released of me. Some of them are even trying to look like me. Some of them are now keeping their beard, their lower beard. They try to maybe dye it a bit of white so it can look like my own. So they can look, people as ugly as Satan himself. They want to appear somehow decent. Because they have seen my photos on social media. They want to look, maybe they think if they look handsome, somehow people will start following them. If you're ugly both inside and out. I am 53 years old, but I'm sure I don't look it. Because Elohim can see that my heart is pure and genuine. Nobody loves their people more than I do. Nobody can love Biafrans, of course, apart from God in heaven. No human being can. Nor sacrifice what we have sacrificed to ensure that Biafra land is set free. Nobody can, they cannot do it. If you buy them one Cherokee Jeep 4x4, they capitulate, float one contract, you come and guide the pipeline for me, they start falling over themselves. We are unbuyable, unbribable. I remember many years ago, I told Biafrans in the US, you will fund this struggle. If you like it or not, you will fund it. You people will pay for it. That is the reason why Elohim sent you to USA. Not to go and better yourselves and your families, but to fund this for this very time that we are in. And as at the time, they have now started to respond. And that is when DSS and some idiots working for the zoo, claiming they're fighting for Biafra, is now coming out to talk rubbish. Every Sabo will be defeated and disgraced. And finally, you'll be tried and you'll be hanged. There is no escaping from this very fact. It doesn't matter what you do. Even those that I don't talk to, those that I don't respond to, idiots everywhere talking rubbish. When we've never mentioned their names, they have seen ESN everywhere waxing very strong. They won't talk about it. They saw our sisters who were being raped. We've just released them. For them alone, we paid over 9 million. Nobody will talk about it. Nobody will come to IPOB and say, all this money you're spending to release people from Abuja, where are you getting it from? Nobody will ask that stupid question. Because they are idiots and they are fools. They abduct our people from Obibo, take them to Abuja, scatter them everywhere. We went to the army barracks to go and find them and to release them, take them to court and release them. We have spent over 26 million naira trying to free our people. 26 million. Tell me which other group of people has done that before. Both those who are not IPOB, we release everybody because all are Biafrans. You see why Chukwukika love and bless us always. Because our heart is clean. As all those people released from detention, has any of them before been to an IPOB meeting? Most of them, no. They just set them on the streets and they took them. We released them. Paid a whole lot of money to release them. Money that belongs to IPOB family worldwide. Ask the hotelier, they give him money to run Biafra, he will be busy building hotels and hostels. That is why nobody takes him seriously. That is why nobody follows him anymore. That is why he's afraid. He thinks I will go after him. I'm not going to go after you. Elohim will kill you. You will die and vultures will eat your flesh. I can't go after you, irrelevant. Idiots, I don't even mention their names. They'll be yap.